Good evening, dear night travelers, those quiet souls who wander through the hours of darkness in search of calm, meaning, and rest. Welcome back to the Night Observer, a gentle place where the mind can slow down, where comfort is found not in noise, but in reflection, and where thoughts are free to drift across the vast and mysterious universe. The fire is burning once more. We gather again around its warm glow, listening to the soft crackle of embers while sharing stories written not in books, but across the sky itself. Tonight, we will lift our eyes upward and allow ourselves to be absorbed by the immensity above. Together, we will explore the scale of the universe. Have you ever gazed into the night sky and quietly wondered where the universe might end? Have you ever looked at the sun and believed it to be the largest presence in existence? Have you tried to imagine the true size of our Milky Way? Tonight, we will gently unfold these questions. You may be surprised to learn that far beyond our familiar stars exist red dwarfs larger than our sun, and vast red supergiants whose size and mass exceed it many times over. You will also hear about humanity's patient and extraordinary efforts to reach outward, toward the very edges of understanding. To all night travelers seeking a peaceful refuge after a long and weary day, rest your eyes on the dancing flames before you. Let their quiet rhythm ease your thoughts. Imagine yourself lying upon a soft silk carpet, drifting gently across a perfectly still lake, its surface reflecting not clouds, but the full sweep of the glowing Milky Way. The space around you is not cold or distant. It surrounds you with a gentle warmth, as though the universe itself were breathing slowly, in time with you. Now, allow your shoulders to relax completely. Feel each muscle releasing its weight into the support beneath you. Take a slow, deep breath, drawing the purity of open space into your lungs. And exhale gently, letting the small obligations of the day dissolve into silence. Tonight, we will not concern ourselves with dry figures or rigid calculations. Instead, we will take our first quiet steps beyond Earth's cradle, sensing the vastness of our cosmic neighborhood through a simple yet miraculous measure: light. Welcome to the local cradle and the first steps. Let your heartbeat fall into harmony with the slow dance of the planets, guiding you toward a deep and restful sleep, grounded in quiet pride at your place within the universe. When kilometers become small, in everyday life, we navigate our world through familiar distances. 1 kilometer is an unhurried 10-minute walk. 100 kilometers carries us through a scattering of towns and fields. Even Earth itself, with a circumference of 40,000 kilometers, feels manageable. An island of stone and water that modern aircraft can circle in less than 2 days. It is a solid, reliable home, woven from iron and rock and alive with motion. But dear traveler, the moment you lift your foot from this planet, the kilometer begins to lose its meaning. It becomes as fragile as a grain of sand in a vast desert. You glance up at the moon, our nearest neighbor, appearing close enough to touch with a sufficiently long ladder. Yet its true distance, 384,400 kilometers, lies far beyond human intuition. Even the most powerful spacecraft would need 3 full days to cross that gulf. Light, however, makes the journey effortlessly. It travels from the moon to your eyes in just 1.3 seconds. And so, when you look at the moon tonight, you are not seeing it as it is now, but as it was a moment ago. A soft whisper from the immediate past, gently reaching across space to meet you. The sun, a burning heart and a measure of light. To measure the immeasurable, scientists rely on a single constant that never wavers: the speed of light, 300,000 kilometers every second. At the heart of our local cosmic cradle burns the sun, a quiet yet relentless yellow star that holds 99.86% of the entire mass of the solar system. Every planet, moon, asteroid, and grain of dust combined accounts for less than a quarter of the remaining 1%. Everything we know here moves to its rhythm. The distance from Earth to the Sun is about 150 million kilometers. It is so immense that even at highway speed, a continuous drive would take more than 170 years. And yet, light crosses this vast gulf in just 8 minutes and 20 seconds. When you feel the gentle warmth of the morning sun on your skin, remember that those rays began their journey more than 8 minutes ago. If the sun were to vanish this very moment, we would still see its light and feel its warmth for a short while longer, living briefly inside a tender illusion before darkness finally arrived. Our inner circle neighbors, the rocky planets. Imagine the solar system as a quiet garden, its planets scattered like small seeds around a central flame. The first four, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, lie close together, in a region where light needs only minutes to travel. Mercury, the smallest and closest seed, rests about 3.2 light minutes from the Sun. It is a world of extremes, where daytime heat is fierce enough to melt metals, yet in shadowed polar craters, eternal darkness preserves frozen water, like a secret kept for billions of years. Venus, the hottest planet in the solar system, drifts close enough that light needs only about 2 minutes to reach us at its nearest approach. Though often called Earth's sister because of its similar size, Venus is a suffocating furnace. Its thick atmosphere of sulfuric acid traps heat so efficiently that surface pressures could crush even the strongest spacecraft in a matter of minutes. Beyond Earth lies Mars, the quiet red world, about 12.7 light minutes from the Sun. The distance between Earth and Mars is never fixed, and so messages sent to robotic explorers there arrive with delays ranging from 3 to 22 minutes. There is no real-time control across that emptiness. Commands must be sent, and then we wait, patiently, until light completes its lonely journey through space. Though Mars feels remote, it still belongs to the Sun's warm inner region. Beyond it lies a wide, silent boundary, the asteroid belt. Contrary to dramatic portrayals, this is not a crowded minefield, but an enormous, mostly empty expanse. Standing on one asteroid, you would not see the next with the naked eye, only darkness stretching on all sides. The lone giants of the outer ring. Once past the asteroid belt, the solar system opens outward, and distances grow suddenly vast. Here, separations are no longer counted in light minutes, but in light hours. Jupiter, the great gas giant, orbits about 43 light minutes from the Sun. It is so immense that more than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it, and it carries a colossal storm that has raged uninterrupted for centuries. Between Mars and Jupiter lies a void over 500 million kilometers wide, a quiet gulf separating rocky worlds from giants of gas. Saturn follows, resting about 1.2 light hours away. When the Cassini spacecraft sent back its haunting images of Saturn's rings, scientists on Earth waited more than an hour for the light carrying that information to arrive. Every command, every response, crossed a long, silent corridor of time. Farther still, in the deep cold, are Uranus, 2.6 light hours away, and Neptune, at 4.1 light hours. From Neptune's distant realm, the Sun is no longer a warming presence, but a small, pale point of light in a vast black sky. The distance between Uranus and Neptune alone, 1.5 billion kilometers, is large enough to contain the entire inner solar system several times over. And so, as you rest tonight, let these distances gently settle in your thoughts, not as numbers to remember, but as quiet reminders of how wide the cradle truly is, and how patiently light carries every story across it. The boundary of oblivion. At the farthest edge of our solar system, we encounter Pluto, resting at an average distance of 5.5 light hours from the Sun. The sunlight illuminating that distant world began its journey nearly half a day ago, and yet, even Pluto is not the end. Breathe gently now. Turn your thoughts to Voyager 1, the most distant messenger humanity has ever released into the dark. After nearly 50 years of tireless flight, traveling faster than 60,000 kilometers per hour, it remains only about 23 light hours from Earth. To complete a single light day, Voyager 1 must continue onward until the end of 2026. And to cross the boundary of just 1 light year, it would need another 17,500 years of uninterrupted travel. Our solar system, immense by human standards, is only a brief prologue, a few opening lines in the vast epic of the universe. Beyond this boundary drifts the Oort cloud, a frozen, ghostly shell of ancient debris encircling our sun, stretching as far as 1.6 light-years into the void. It is here that the sun's gentle gravitational hold begins to weaken, slowly yielding to the far greater pull of the Milky Way itself. Your breathing is now steady, calm, unhurried. Feel the deep peace of this moment. Though the solar system spans billions of kilometers, though the distances between planets could hold millions of Earths, you are here, safe within the shelter of air and the quiet protection of your planet's magnetic field. Concerns about tomorrow, regrets about yesterday, dissolve into the stillness of cosmic time. You are, in the truest sense, awakened stardust, carrying atoms forged in the hearts of ancient vanished stars. The iron flowing through your blood, the calcium shaping your bones, are gifts delivered across unimaginable light years. Completely relax your body now. Let your thoughts drift as lightly as a grain of planetary dust, suspended in the calmest reaches of space. Allow yourself to sink into sleep beneath the quiet guardianship of the universe's long and majestic history. Tonight, imagine the solar system as a vast cradle. Each planet moves like a gentle rocking motion, softly lulling you into the most beautiful dreams, surrounded by a boundless ocean of stars. O night travelers, those seeking refuge in the endless flow of space and time, keep your gaze upon the warm fire beside us. Picture yourself lying on a raft woven of shimmering silver threads, drifting slowly across a deep, warm, dark ocean. Below you is not water, but pure stillness. Above you, Earth's atmosphere has faded away, revealing a spectacle so vast that words fall silent. Now, let your body release completely. Feel every muscle loosen like soft silk. Breathe in deeply, drawing the purity of eternity into your chest, and breathe out slowly, letting the weight of a long day slip away. Tonight, we leave behind familiar planets and the comforting glow of the sun. Together, we take a quiet leap into the deepest reaches of creation, where galaxies appear as distant islands of light, and space itself reveals a hidden, vibrant structure. Welcome to the Galaxy Islands and the magnificent cosmic network. Let your breathing align with the rhythm of superclusters and allow the music of infinity to guide you into the most peaceful sleep, held gently by the memory of cosmic history. When the solar system's cradle becomes a grain of dust. Before we journey further, pause and look back. In your mind, the solar system feels vast. You remember that light needs 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth. You remember Voyager 1, our most determined envoy, traveling for nearly half a century at 17 kilometers per second, yet still unable to complete even a single light day. These are distances the human mind struggles to truly grasp. But prepare yourself. The moment we step beyond the solar system, past the icy boundary of the Oort cloud, stretching roughly 1.6 light-years, our entire home abruptly shrinks into insignificance. If the solar system were reduced to the size of a small coin, the nearest star, Proxima Centauri, would lie hundreds of meters away. The space between stars is not a narrow gap, but a profound silence, an abyss so empty that, on average, A cubic meter contains only one hydrogen atom. The universe is not crowded. It is vast, generous, and quietly empty. And within that emptiness, tonight, you are allowed to rest. The Milky Way, a lonely island of light. Breathe slowly, steadily. Now, lift your gaze toward the first great island of light, our Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way is far more than a simple gathering of stars. It is a vast, graceful spiral, home to somewhere between 100 and 400 billion suns. From edge to edge, the Milky Way stretches across 100,000 light-years. To sense the scale of this immensity, imagine reducing the distance from Earth to the Sun to just 1 inch. Even then, to cross the width of our galaxy, you would have to walk thousands of miles. Light itself, the fastest traveler in existence, requires a full 100,000 years to journey from one side of our galactic home to the other. On the clearest nights, all the stars visible to the naked eye, roughly 6,000 points of light, occupy only a tiny region of this immense structure, a fragment scientists compare to a single slice of pepperoni on a vast cosmic pizza. Each of those stars is a potential sun, capable of nurturing its own system of worlds. And yet, we do not reside at the center. Our sun drifts quietly in the galactic outskirts, about 26,000 light-years from the core. The scale is so overwhelming that if our entire solar system were to vanish tonight, the Milky Way would remain unchanged, unaware of the loss. The local neighbors. Relax your eyelids. Feel your thoughts grow lighter. As we step beyond the Milky Way, we enter an even deeper silence, intergalactic space. Still, our galaxy is not completely alone. It belongs to a modest family known as the Local Group, consisting of roughly 50 to 80 galaxies. Our closest and largest companion is the Andromeda Galaxy, resting 2.5 million light-years away. Let that distance settle in your mind. The space between Earth and the Sun measures only 8 light minutes. Andromeda lies 160 billion times farther. Though it is larger than the Milky Way and contains nearly 1 trillion stars, its staggering distance reduces it to a faint, delicate smudge in the night sky. Between Andromeda and our home stretches a vast cosmic ocean, millions of light-years of near-perfect emptiness. Compared to this gulf, even the distances between planets in our solar system shrink to the scale of millimeters. Yet gravity works patiently and silently. Andromeda and the Milky Way are slowly moving toward one another, destined to merge in about 4.5 billion years. In the grand rhythm of the universe, galactic solitude is only temporary. Galactic cities, Virgo supercluster, and Laniakea. Your breathing is now deep, calm, unbroken. Drift farther outward until the entire local group fades into a single point of light. Before you now stands the Virgo supercluster. This immense structure spans roughly 110 million light-years and contains at least 100 clusters and groups of galaxies. At its heart lies the Virgo cluster, a dense galactic metropolis holding around 2,000 galaxies. Beside this vast assembly, our Milky Way is reduced to the size of a small room within an enormous cosmic skyscraper. Yet even this is not the final scale. In 2014, astronomers discovered that the Virgo supercluster is itself only a branch of a far greater structure known as Laniakea, a Hawaiian word meaning endless paradise. Laniakea encompasses approximately 100,000 galaxies and stretches across 520 million light-years. Everything within it, including our own distant world, is slowly flowing toward a mysterious gravitational region called the Great Attractor. At this level of immensity, the solar system disappears entirely from our measures. Individual light-years merge into hundreds of millions, sketching the first faint outlines of a vast cosmic network, one that humanity has only just begun to perceive and may spend generations trying to understand. The vast oceans of void, the terrifying silence, Now, allow your body to sink deeper into the quiet. Tonight, we speak of what truly fills most of the universe. Not light, not stars, but void. The universe is not a solid structure. It resembles a cosmic sponge or a vast loaf of Swiss cheese. Galaxies and superclusters gather only along the thin walls, while the immense spaces in between are great bubbles of emptiness. The largest of these known regions, the KBC void, stretches across nearly 2 billion light-years. Try to imagine such emptiness. If you were standing at the center of the Buddha's void, some 330 million light-years wide, you would see darkness in every direction, no nearby galaxies, no familiar points of light. Had the Milky Way been born there, humanity might not have discovered other galaxies until the late 20th century. The nearest neighbors would simply be too distant for their light to reach us in any meaningful span of time. The difference in scale is staggering. A void like the KBC void could contain 20,000 Milky Way galaxies laid end to end, or trillions of solar systems like our own. These regions are not truly empty. They are permeated by dark energy, the quiet force driving the universe's expansion, gently but relentlessly pushing galactic islands farther apart. The cosmic web and the great walls. Your breath now feels light, almost weightless. At the grandest level, the universe reveals itself as a cosmic web. Galaxies do not drift aimlessly. They trace invisible filaments of dark matter, woven delicately between the voids. Where these filaments intersect, matter gathers with overwhelming intensity, forming the largest structures ever observed. One such formation, the Sloan Great Wall, stretches across 1.37 billion light-years, yet even this is not the final measure. The record belongs to the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, an astonishing 10 billion light-years in length. Pause here and feel the imbalance of scale. A single light-year already exceeds human comprehension. This structure is 10 billion times longer. Light itself would need more than 70% of the universe's entire lifetime just to cross it. Its sheer existence presses against the boundaries of our theories, whispering that our understanding of cosmic origins may still be incomplete. The meaning of smallness. As the night grows deeper, allow your thoughts to rest on one final truth. Against this immensity, we appear impossibly small, a faint blue dot circling an ordinary star in a modest galaxy within an endless network of light and shadow. Yet it is precisely this smallness that carries quiet dignity. You are not separate from the universe, nor merely an observer. You are part of the structure itself. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, were forged in the hearts of ancient stars, released by supernova that once lit these distant galactic islands. Through you, the universe reflects upon itself. In an ocean of space billions of light-years wide, your awareness is among its most delicate and precious lights. The worries of tomorrow, the regrets of yesterday, fade into near silence before the calm majesty of the cosmic web. Your breathing is gentle now, unhurried. Feel the deep support of existence. The universe has spent 13.8 billion years unfolding so that one small part of it, you, could lie here, breathe, and sense its beauty before drifting into rest. No distance, however vast, can sever your connection to the origin. The light of the oldest stars still slips quietly through the darkness, standing guard over your sleep. Release your body completely. Let your thoughts float like a grain of planetary dust, suspended in the calmest reaches of space. Drift into peaceful sleep beneath the protection of the eternal cosmic network and the magnificent history of creation. Think of tonight's sky as a soft blanket of black velvet, each galaxy a gentle fold, slowly rocking you into the most beautiful dreams, adrift in a boundless ocean of stars. Night travelers, pause for a moment and gaze into the fire of creation. Imagine yourself lying upon a soft carpet of grass on the summit of a quiet mountain. The air is so pure that you sense each breath as a gentle touch upon your skin. Absolute stillness surrounds you, broken only by the low murmur of the wind and the calm, steady rhythm of your own heartbeat. Above you, the night sky no longer feels like a simple dome. It opens into a boundless depth, where billions of faint, shimmering points of light drift like grains of precious cosmic dust. Tonight we travel together, not with our bodies, but with thought and awareness, toward the farthest boundary of everything we can ever see, the visible horizon. We will contemplate a scale so vast it dissolves all familiar ideas of size and reflect upon the remarkable place of humankind, small in form, yet capable of thoughts that reach eternity. Welcome to the visible horizon and the meaning of smallness. Let your breathing fall into rhythm with the slow pulse of the galaxy, gently guiding you into a deep, peaceful sleep, one touched with quiet pride. The bubble of perception, defining the visible universe. Breathe evenly, slowly. When you look up at the night sky, you are not seeing the entire universe. You are living inside a vast bubble of perception, known to science as the observable universe. This is the region from which light has had enough time to reach us since the universe began its expansion. Imagine yourself standing at the center of an immense sphere of light. Everything within that sphere is what we can observe, measure, and contemplate. Its edge, the particle horizon, is not a physical barrier, but a boundary shaped by two unchanging facts: the speed of light and the age of the universe itself. At 13.8 billion years old, it may seem logical that we could see only 13.8 billion light years in any direction. Yet reality is far more profound. While light travels toward us, the space through which it moves is continuously expanding. Like a traveler walking on a road that lengthens beneath each step, the distance that light has crossed is now far greater than when its journey began. Because of this expansion, the observable universe today extends not to 13.8 billion, but to roughly 46.5 billion light-years in radius, creating a diameter of nearly 93 billion light-years, or about 8.8 times 10 to the 26th meters. Recent measurements in early 2025, using data from the James Webb Space Telescope and gravitational lensing, suggest this figure may be even larger, approaching 94.2 billion light-years. Rest in that thought for a moment. 1 light-year equals 9.46 trillion kilometers, a distance so vast that counting each kilometer at a steady pace would take more than 31,000 years. And yet, our visible universe contains over 94 billion of these immense units. Against such scale, every road you have ever walked, every journey you have ever taken on Earth, quietly fades into insignificance. Giants in the night, the scale of structures. Now allow your thoughts to drift toward the great islands of matter floating in this deep, black ocean. We often speak of the Milky Way as unimaginably large, with its 100 to 400 billion stars spread across 100,000 light-years. Yet, on the grandest scale, even our home galaxy is little more than a grain of sand. The observable universe contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies, a number exceeding all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And among these countless galaxies rise structures of even greater magnitude. The Sloan Great Wall, for instance, stretches across 1.37 billion light-years. More astonishing still is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, a vast ribbon of light extending nearly 10 billion light-years through space. Let that immensity settle gently into your thoughts. And as it does, allow yourself to rest, knowing that even within such overwhelming vastness, your awareness remains something rare, precious, and profoundly meaningful. Night travelers, take a moment to gaze into the fire of creation. Imagine yourself resting on a soft carpet of grass atop a quiet mountain peak where the air is so pure that each breath feels like a gentle touch upon your skin. Absolute silence surrounds you, broken only by the faint whisper of the wind and the calm, steady rhythm of your own heart. You lift your eyes, and the night sky, no longer a simple dome above you, opens into a boundless abyss, where billions of shimmering points of light drift slowly, like precious grains of cosmic dust. Tonight, we journey together through thought and awareness, rising beyond the familiar, toward the farthest boundary of everything we can see, the visible horizon. We will reflect on a vastness so immense that it dissolves all ordinary ideas of size, and on the remarkable place of humankind, being small in form, yet endowed with minds capable of contemplating eternity. Welcome to the visible horizon and the meaning of smallness. Let your breathing fall gently into rhythm with the slow heartbeat of the galaxy, guiding you into a deep, peaceful sleep, one touched with quiet pride. The bubble of perception, defining the visible universe. Breathe evenly, slowly. When we look up at the night sky, we are not seeing the entire universe. We exist within a vast bubble of perception, known to scientists as the observable universe. This is the region of space from which light has had enough time to reach our eyes since the universe began its expansion. Imagine yourself standing at the center of a great sphere of light. Everything within this sphere is what we can observe, measure, and admire. Its boundary, the particle horizon, is not a physical wall, but a limit shaped by the speed of light and the age of space itself. Because the universe is about 13.8 billion years old, it might seem reasonable to assume that we can see no farther than 13.8 billion light years. Yet the true scale is far more profound. While light has been traveling toward us, the space through which it moves has continued to expand. Like a runner on a road that stretches beneath each step, the distance that light has crossed is now far greater than when its journey began. For this reason, the observable universe today extends not to 13.8 billion light-years in radius, but to approximately 46.5 billion light-years, creating a total diameter of nearly 93 billion light-years, or about 8.8 times 10 to the 26th meters. More recent measurements, released in January 2025, using data from the James Webb Space Telescope and gravitational lensing, suggest this figure may be slightly larger still, approaching 94.2 billion light-years. Rest quietly with that thought. A single light-year is 9.46 trillion kilometers, a distance so vast that counting each kilometer at a steady pace would take more than 31,700 years. And yet, our visible universe contains more than 94 billion of these immense units. Against such immensity, every road you have traveled and every journey you have taken on Earth gently fades into insignificance. Giants in the night, the scale of structures. Now allow your thoughts to drift toward the great islands of matter suspended within this deep black ocean. We often regard our Milky Way galaxy as unimaginably vast, with its 100 to 400 billion stars spread across a diameter of 100,000 light-years. Yet, on the grandest scale, even our home galaxy is no more than a tiny grain of sand. The observable universe contains an estimated 2 trillion galaxies, a number greater than all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth. Among these countless galaxies rise structures of even greater magnitude. The Sloan Great Wall, for example, stretches across 1.37 billion light-years. More astonishing still is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, a vast ribbon of light extending nearly 10 billion light-years across the cosmos. Let this immensity settle gently into your awareness. And as it does, allow yourself to rest, knowing that even within such overwhelming vastness, your presence and your capacity to understand it remains something rare, meaningful, and quietly extraordinary. Pause for a moment and allow a sense of quiet astonishment to settle in. A structure stretching across 10 billion light years means that even if you could travel at the speed of light, the journey from one end to the other would require 10 billion years, more than 70% of the universe's entire lifespan. The mere existence of such colossal structures challenges even our most carefully constructed theories, forcing us to question how gravity could ever gather matter into forms so immense within a finite span of time. Yet the most unsettling presence in the universe is not where matter gathers, but where it is absent. The cosmos is not a solid mass. It resembles a vast foam or a piece of Swiss cheese. Galaxies cling only to thin, delicate walls, while the remainder is composed of immense voids, occupying up to 80% of the universe's volume. The Boötes void, spanning 330 million light-years, is so profoundly empty that if the Milky Way were placed at its center, humanity might not have discovered the existence of other galaxies until the 1990s. The silence of such emptiness is more unsettling than any distance between planets or stars we can imagine. Darkness reigns supreme. Invisible forces. Your breathing is now light, unhurried. Let your body fully relax. As we take in this immense scale, an even more disorienting truth emerges. Everything we can see, all stars, galaxies, superclusters, and even your own body, accounts for less than 5% of the universe's total matter and energy. The universe is, in essence, governed by darkness. Roughly 27% consists of dark matter, an invisible substance that emits no light, yet provides the gravitational framework, preventing galaxies from drifting apart. The greatest share, about 68%, is dark energy, a mysterious force driving space itself to expand at an ever-increasing rate, quietly opposing gravity. Because of this accelerated expansion, there are regions of the universe moving away from us faster than the speed of light. This does not violate the laws of physics, because it is space itself that is stretching, not matter traveling through it. As a result, there are galaxies visible to us today that we will never be able to reach, even if we departed this very moment at light speed. Slowly, the universe is separating into isolated islands of light, and in the distant future, the night sky will grow completely dark as neighboring galaxies slip beyond the visible horizon. Rest in this awareness. Even as the universe expands and recedes, you remain here, breathing, present, aware. This vastness is not meant to overwhelm, but to gently remind us of the rare and precious nature of the moment we inhabit. The pale blue dot and great smallness. It is late now. Let your thoughts return softly to home. Against a universe 93 billion light-years wide, how does our Earth appear? In the famous image known as the pale blue dot, captured by Voyager 1 from the edge of the solar system, our planet is reduced to a fragile, solitary pixel suspended in a beam of sunlight. Every ruler and every ordinary person, every conflict and every act of kindness, every love and every sorrow in human history has unfolded on that tiny point of light. Compared to the vast age of the universe, 13.8 billion years, a human lifetime of less than a century is no more than a fleeting blink. And yet, within this physical smallness lies something extraordinary. We are part of an awakened universe. Though we live on an ordinary planet, orbiting an ordinary star in the quiet outskirts of a medium-sized galaxy, we have built instruments like Hubble and James Webb to peer more than 13 billion years into the past. We have shaped mathematics into a language capable of measuring distances beyond intuition. In this way, we are the universe learning to see, to understand, and to reflect upon itself. Now, allow your body to completely relax. Let your thoughts become as light as a grain of planetary dust drifting through the calmest reaches of space. Sink gently into peaceful sleep, held by the long history of creation, and the quiet brilliance of human understanding. Think of the universe tonight as an endless carpet of black velvet, its soft folds forming your dreams. You do not need to cross it or explore it. Simply allow yourself to rest within its gentle embrace. When you lean into the quiet darkness of reality and lift your eyes toward the vast sky above, it often feels as though you are not simply admiring a tranquil painting, but stepping into a colossal time machine. Each shimmering point of light is an ancient message, sent across unimaginable distances from a distant past. There is a truth that is at once comforting and overwhelming. We are, quite literally, awakened stardust, a fragment of the universe that has taken 13.8 billion years to begin asking questions about itself. Every atom within you, from the iron flowing through your crimson blood to the calcium strengthening your bones, was forged in the blazing cores of colossal stars that lived, died, and scattered their essence into the void through magnificent supernovae. The longing to reach the stars, then, is not merely an ambition to conquer the unknown. It is a quiet call from our origins, urging this small being on a solitary, faint blue dot to remember the ocean of light from which it came. In the limited world we call home, human life unfolds in familiar units, steps, and kilometers. A kilometer takes about 10 minutes to walk, and our minds carry these distances like well-worn maps. Even Earth, with its circumference of roughly 40,000 kilometers, is a number the imagination can comfortably hold, like a green island once traced by ancient wooden ships. But the moment you step beyond the atmosphere, the kilometer loses all meaning. It becomes as fragile as a grain of sand in an endless desert. The moon, so bright and familiar that it seems almost within reach of a long ladder, is in fact 384,000 kilometers away, a distance that would take weeks by jet aircraft, yet light crosses it in just 1.3 seconds. At this scale, you begin to understand that light is not merely illumination, it is the universe's absolute and unchanging ruler. Now, gaze at the sun, the burning heart of the solar system, containing 99.86% of its total mass, and feel your intuition quietly unravel. From a distance of 150 million kilometers, the warmth you feel on your skin left the sun's surface 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. If the sun were to suddenly go dark, we would continue living in its illusion for another 8 minutes before true darkness arrived. To grasp the emptiness of space, imagine the sun as a basketball placed at the center of a soccer field. Earth would be a grain of sand just 22 meters away, and the outer boundary of the solar system would lie more than 6 kilometers from that ball. Within this vast local cradle, even humanity's most enduring messenger, Voyager 1, after nearly 50 years of flight at 17 kilometers per second, has yet to travel a single light day. To cross just 1 light year, a distance of 9.46 trillion kilometers, it would need another 17,500 years, long enough for dozens of civilizations on Earth to rise and quietly fade away. Beyond this cradle stretches the Milky Way, a colossal spiral containing between 100 and 400 billion stars. Its scale is so immense that if the distance from Earth to the Sun were reduced to just 2.5 centimeters, you would still need to walk thousands of kilometers to cross the galaxy. All the stars visible to the naked eye on the clearest night occupy a region no larger than a pepperoni slice on a giant cosmic pizza. We are not at the center. Our solar system rests in a calm outer neighborhood, about 26,000 light-years from the galactic core, where a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A star, with a mass 4 million times that of the Sun, quietly reigns. At this scale, human existence becomes so small that if the entire solar system were to vanish, the Milky Way would not even notice, like a single speck of dust disappearing from a vast stone hall. And yet, even the Milky Way is not alone, nor is it particularly exceptional. It belongs to a modest family known as the Local Group. Beyond it lies our great neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy, 2.5 million light-years away, a distance 160 billion times greater than that between Earth and the Sun. The light you see from Andromeda tonight began its journey when our ancestors were only just learning to shape stone tools. Between the Milky Way and Andromeda stretches a deep ocean of emptiness, where, on average, only a single hydrogen atom drifts through each cubic meter of space. Still, gravity binds us together in silence. Andromeda is moving toward us at nearly 1 million kilometers per hour, and in about 4.5 billion years, the two galaxies will merge, forming a new, quiet structure, one that will carry the long memory of both into the future. The farther you journey in thought, the more the universe reveals itself as a living cosmic web, a vast structure where galaxies are not scattered at random, but gently gathered along invisible filaments of dark matter. Our local group is only a modest branch within the immense supercluster known as Laniakea, a Hawaiian word meaning endless paradise. This supercluster contains nearly 100,000 galaxies and stretches across 520 million light-years. At this scale, the mind encounters some of the largest structures ever measured by human understanding. There is the Sloan Great Wall, extending 1.37 billion light-years, and beyond it, the record holder, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, spanning an almost unimaginable 10 billion light-years. Even traveling at the speed of light, it would take 10 billion years, more than 70% of the universe's entire lifetime, just to cross its length. Yet what truly unsettles the soul is not where matter gathers, but where it is absent. The universe is dominated by vast regions of silence known as voids, which together occupy nearly 80% of its total volume. The largest of these, the KBC void, stretches across 2 billion light-years. If our Milky Way were positioned at the center of a void like the Bhuta's void, 330 million light-years wide, humanity might not have discovered another galaxy until the late 20th century, simply because all neighbors would lie too far beyond our reach. This profound emptiness is evidence of the quiet power of dark energy, a mysterious force making up 68% of the universe, steadily driving space itself to expand faster and faster in gentle defiance of gravity. The ultimate boundary of human awareness lies at what we call the visible horizon. We exist within an immense sphere known as the observable universe, measuring approximately 93 billion light-years in diameter. How is it possible to see farther than light could travel in 13.8 billion years? Because while light journeys toward us, the very space it crosses continues to expand, much like an ant crawling across the surface of an inflating balloon. At the edge of this vision, we encounter the faint afterglow of creation itself, the cosmic microwave background, a delicate imprint from just 380,000 years after the Big Bang, a childhood photograph of the universe. Within this observable realm reside an estimated 2 trillion galaxies and some 200 quintillion stars, more than all the grains of sand on every beach on Earth. And yet, all of this accounts for less than 5% of the universe's total energy and matter. The remaining 95% exists as dark matter and dark energy, unseen forces quietly shaping the destiny of everything that is. Against this overwhelming vastness, Earth appears as it does in Voyager 1's famous image, a faint blue dot, fragile and solitary, suspended within a beam of sunlight. Every king and every war, every love and every sorrow in human history unfolds upon that single, delicate pixel. In physical terms, our smallness is absolute, and yet, in meaning, it is profound, for we belong to an awakened universe. Though we live on an ordinary planet, circling an ordinary star on the outskirts of a typical galaxy, we have created eyes such as Hubble and James Webb, capable of looking more than 13 billion years into the past. Through mathematics, we measure eternity. Through intellect, we build bridges across oceans of time. In the end, This awareness of our smallness does not bring despair, but a quiet dignity and a deep sense of peace. The universe has spent 13.8 billion years preparing this moment, so that a tiny part of itself, you, here and now, can breathe, reflect, and behold its beauty before drifting into sleep. Concerns about tomorrow and regrets from yesterday soften and dissolve into the stillness of space and time. Tonight, ancient starlight glides silently past, guarding our dreams, reminding us that we are not alone. We are gently sustained by the breath of a magnificent universe. Like an endless carpet of black velvet, its folds become our dreams. You do not need to cross it, only to rest within its softness and quietly smile at eternity. Night travelers, allow your body to fully relax now. Feel each muscle sink gently into the mattress, as though gravity itself has softened its hold, and you begin to float in the calm of a star-filled ocean. Take a slow, deep breath, drawing the breath of eternity into your lungs. Then release it gently, letting the small concerns of daily life fade into the silence. Tonight, we will not speak of the familiar or the ordinary. Instead, we will listen together to The Local Cradle and the Measure of Imagination, a reflection on humanity's journey from a small blue home into the breathtaking vastness of the solar system. Welcome to The Local Cradle and the Measure of Imagination. Let your heartbeat align with the rhythm of the universe and allow yourself to drift into a deep, peaceful sleep, filled with calm wonder and quiet pride. When kilometers become fragments, our journey begins with what feels most familiar and most intimate, Earth, that bluish dot, the only home humanity has ever known. From our everyday perspective, this planet feels vast, enduring, almost endless. You know the sensation well. Walking a single kilometer takes 10 to 12 unhurried minutes, the steady rhythm of footsteps on quiet pavement. If you were to walk endlessly along Earth's equator, its circumference stretching roughly 40,000 kilometers, without rest or pause, it would take more than 3 years simply to return to where you began. With an average diameter of 12,742 kilometers, Earth stands as a formidable fortress, woven from iron and stone, wrapped in an atmosphere so thin it resembles a fragile veil when compared to the planet's immense body. Yet, traveler, the moment we step beyond that veil, our familiar measurements begin to dissolve. Kilometers lose their meaning, becoming as insignificant as grains of sand scattered across an endless desert. Look up at the moon, our nearest companion, glowing softly in the night. It appears close enough to touch, as if a ladder, just long enough, might reach it. And yet its true distance, 384,400 kilometers, strikes the mind like a word from an unfamiliar language. We can recite the number, but we cannot truly feel it. Over millions of years, human intuition was never shaped to grasp distances so vast. To make sense of this immensity, science turns to the one measure that never wavers: the speed of light, racing through space at 300,000 kilometers per second. Light needs only 1.3 seconds to travel from the moon to your eyes. When you look at the moon, you are not seeing it as it is now, but as it was a heartbeat ago, a soft whisper from the immediate past. Consider this. The space between Earth and the moon is wide enough to fit 30 Earths lined side by side. Between us and our closest neighbor lies not closeness, but a profound and silent emptiness. The burning heart and the measure of smallness. Now, let your body soften. Follow the calm rhythm of your breathing as we turn our attention to the sun, the burning heart of the solar system. It is here that any remaining pride in Earth's size quietly collapses. The sun is a vast yellow star, measuring about 1.39 million kilometers across, 109 times the diameter of our planet. If the sun were imagined as a massive glass vessel, It would take approximately 1.3 million Earths to fill it completely. Everything humanity has ever known, every mountain range, every ocean, every city and civilization, occupies less than 1/1,000,000th of the Sun's interior volume. The Sun holds 99.86% of the total mass of the solar system. All planets, moons, asteroids, and comets combined account for the remaining fraction. In this perspective, Earth is no longer a grand world, but a tiny fragment circling an immense and radiant fire. The distance between Earth and the Sun is about 150 million kilometers, a measurement astronomers call 1 astronomical unit. The warmth you feel on your skin each morning is already 8 minutes and 20 seconds old. It began its journey long before you became aware of it. If the Sun were to vanish this very instant, life on Earth would continue in borrowed light and warmth for more than 8 minutes, unaware that darkness was already on its way. To picture this distance, imagine the Sun reduced to the size of a basketball, resting at the center of a stadium. In that model, Earth would be no more than a tiny grain of sand, resting quietly some 23 to 25 meters away. The rocky neighbors and the scale discrepancy. Breathe gently now. Allow your thoughts to drift inward, toward the solar system's inner circle, where small, rocky worlds trace their silent paths. Compared to Mercury, Venus, and Mars, Earth still carries a final hint of its former grandeur, a last moment of scale, before our journey leads us onward, toward the gas giants, where even this sense of size will soon fade away. Mercury, the smallest planet and the one closest to the Sun, measures only about 38% of Earth's diameter. Its volume is so modest that 18 Mercuries could fit comfortably inside our planet. It is a silent, arid world, deeply scarred by ancient impacts. Less a planet of promise, and more like a magnified version of the Moon, frozen in time. Mars, humanity's long-cherished red planet, is smaller than our imagination often allows. Its diameter reaches only 53% of Earth's, and nearly 7 Mars-sized worlds could be contained within Earth's volume. Even with volcanoes rising 3 times higher than Mount Everest, Mars remains a delicate and weathered younger sibling, wrapped in an atmosphere so thin it can scarcely hold warmth. Venus, often described as Earth's sister planet, comes closest in size, with a diameter about 95% of Earth's. Yet this resemblance ends at scale alone. Beneath its dense clouds lies a world of relentless heat and crushing pressure, 90 times greater than Earth's. A reminder that similarity in size does not guarantee kinship in nature. Earth, for all its richness and weight, is the largest among these rocky worlds. And still, even combined, they are nothing more than drifting dust when measured against the giants that await beyond. The realm of the giants. Now, gently relax your eyelids. Feel the quiet lightness of your thoughts as we pass beyond the asteroid belt, into the outer reaches where the gas giants rule. It is here that Earth's sense of importance quietly dissolves. Jupiter, the undisputed monarch of the planets, stretches 11 times wider than Earth. Place Earths side by side, and it would take 11 of them just to span Jupiter's width. But size alone tells only part of the story. In volume, 1,321 Earths could be held within Jupiter's vast interior. Its mass exceeds that of all the other planets combined, making it less a planet and more a small star that never ignited. Saturn follows, adorned with its ethereal rings, measuring 9.5 times Earth's diameter. Within its immense body, 764 Earths could disappear without a trace. Though composed largely of light gases, Saturn's scale alone is enough to make Earth fade from view beside it. Even farther out drift Uranus and Neptune, the distant ice giants. Though smaller than Jupiter and Saturn, they still dwarf our world with ease. Uranus could contain 63 Earths, while Neptune could hold 57, numbers that quietly remind us how small our home truly is. If the entire solar system were reduced to the size of a single grape, Earth would be smaller than a speck of dust, lost dozens of meters away. We live, it seems, on a tiny rocky island, drifting through vast, silent oceans of gas and ice. The solitary traveler and the final boundary. Your breath now slows, deep and unhurried. Let your thoughts drift outward with Voyager 1, the farthest messenger humanity has ever sent into the darkness. Launched in 1977, it has traveled relentlessly for nearly half a century, racing through space at over 60,000 kilometers per hour. From the edge of the solar system, Voyager turned its lens back toward home, and Earth appeared as nothing more than a solitary pale blue dot, smaller than a single pixel, suspended within a faint band of sunlit dust. And here lies the quiet truth. After 50 years of continuous flight, Voyager 1 has traveled only 22 to 23 light hours. To reach the span of just 1 light year, it will need another 17 to 18,000 years. And our solar system itself, stretching out to the distant Oort cloud, spans nearly 2 light years. Our cradle, then, is not merely a collection of planets. It is a vast and patient realm, so immense that even light requires years to cross it. A gentle reminder whispered through the darkness of how far we have come and how small we remain. Revised version, late-night radio style. In that vast expanse of space, Earth is no longer the center, no longer the sole anchor of reality. We are part of a greater system, moving quietly under the timeless laws of gravity and time. Your breath is now very light. Feel the deep calm of this moment. Though the universe stretches across billions of light years, and though the stars you see tonight belong to a distant past, you are still here, safe, grounded, and gently held by Earth. Completely relax your body. Let your thoughts become as light as a single grain of stardust, drifting through the calmest, flattest region of space. Allow yourself to slip into peaceful sleep, sheltered by the magnificent history of creation itself. Carry a small image with you into your dreams. If the distance from Earth to the Sun were reduced to just 1 inch, the entire solar system, with all its giant planets, would fit inside a circle with a radius of only 1 yard. In that quiet model, Earth is no more than a speck of dust, yet it is the only speck that glows with life, with green, and with love. Let that smallness ease your heart tonight, for even in our smallness, we find one another, linked by the most enduring threads of light. Imagine us now as weightless awareness, drifting along a river of black silk and diamond dust, gliding gently through the cold gas clouds of the Milky Way. There is no sound of engines here, no city lights to cloud our view, only the vast silence of space, wrapping around you like a soft velvet blanket. Once more, let your body fully relax. Let your slow, steady breaths carry you beyond the familiar boundaries of the solar system. Tonight, we will not pause among rocky worlds or known gas giants. Instead, we will travel together into the ocean of stars to admire the blazing cosmic lighthouses, from the faintest embers to the proud green giants that roar silently in the void. Welcome to From Emerging Flames to Green Giants. Let your heartbeat align with the eternal rhythm of light, guiding you into deep rest beneath the guardianship of creation's long and majestic history. The measure of fit, our sun. Before we meet these distant neighbors, let us return for a moment to our familiar reference point, the sun. In the human imagination, the sun feels immense, and indeed it is. With a diameter of about 1.4 million kilometers, it is 109 times wider than Earth. If our blue planet were a single grain of sand, the sun would stand before us like a great basketball. The sun holds 99.86% of the total mass of the entire solar system. Everything else, the planets, moons, asteroids, and drifting dust, accounts for less than 0.14%. Astronomers classify our Sun as a G-type star, often called a yellow dwarf. Yet despite this modest name, it is larger and brighter than roughly 80% of all stars in the Milky Way. This leads us to a quiet and surprising truth. Most of the universe's stars are far smaller, dimmer, and gentler than the Sun we know. The most numerous inhabitants, the world of red dwarfs. Take a gentle breath. As we move away from the Sun's warm glow, we enter the realm of the red dwarfs. These stars are the most common inhabitants of the cosmos, making up approximately 75 to 80% of all stars in our galaxy. They are the silent majority of the night sky, shining with a soft red light too faint to be seen by the naked eye, even when they are close by. Red dwarfs are among the most enduring creations the universe has ever formed. With their low mass, the pressure and temperature in their cores remain gentle, allowing them to burn hydrogen with remarkable efficiency. While our Sun will shine for about 10 billion years, a red dwarf can continue glowing for trillions of years, far longer than the universe has existed so far. In this sense, the universe itself is still too young for any red dwarf ever born to have faded away with age. The limit of fire, the smallest star, EBL-MJ 0555-57AB. In your dreams tonight, imagine a star so small that it barely earns the name star. That star is EBL-MJ 0555-57AB, the smallest star humanity has ever measured. Its diameter is only about 8% that of the Sun, making it just slightly larger than Jupiter. Placed beside our Sun, it would resemble a single grape resting next to a giant basketball. Its mass is roughly 100 times that of Jupiter, and here we arrive at a delicate boundary set by the laws of physics. Were it only a little smaller, the pressure at its core would no longer be sufficient to ignite hydrogen fusion. It would fade into a brown dwarf, a failed star that never truly comes alive. EBL-MJ 0555-57AB stands as quiet evidence of just how modest and restrained the universe's nuclear furnaces can be. Our close neighbors, Proxima Centauri and Barnard's star. Drifting past these tiny embers, we approach Proxima Centauri, the closest stellar neighbor to our solar system, resting 4.24 light-years away. Compared to the Sun, Proxima feels almost childlike. Its diameter is only about 14 to 15% of the Sun's, and its mass reaches merely 12%. Yet this small star carries a restless temperament. Proxima Centauri is highly volatile, frequently unleashing powerful stellar flares, bursts of energy strong enough to strip the atmospheres from any nearby planets, leaving them exposed and barren. A little farther on lies Barnard's star, about 6 light-years away, one of the universe's true elders, more than 10 billion years old. Its radius is only 1/6 that of the Sun, and its mass about 17%. Its light is so faint that if Earth were to orbit it, our planet would receive 2,300 times less energy than we do now, sinking into an endless, frozen night. When the scales begin to reverse, Sirius and the main sequence giants. Take a slow, deep breath and let your thoughts wander to the place where the Sun itself begins to feel small. Here we meet Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky. Sirius holds twice the mass of the Sun and stretches to a radius about 1.7 times larger. It shines with a commanding bluish-white light, radiating 25 times more energy than our Sun, with surface temperatures reaching 10,000 degrees Celsius. At this scale, our familiar star appears almost modest beside such brilliance. Yet Sirius is still only a member of the main sequence, stars in the steady prime of their lives. Beyond it exist beings that challenge everything we once believed about how stars can form. Consider R13601, the most massive star ever discovered, residing in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It is 315 times heavier than the Sun and nearly 9 million times brighter. Strangely, despite this immense mass, its diameter is only about 30 times that of the Sun. It is like a diamond of compressed energy, shedding trillions of tons of matter into space each second through relentless stellar winds. Monsters of the end, red hypergiants. As your eyelids grow heavy, follow me into the domain of the largest stellar beings ever known, the red hypergiants. These are no longer stable stars, but vast cosmic presences nearing the final chapters of their existence. First comes Betelgeuse, glowing softly in the constellation Orion. If placed where our Sun now sits, it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, reaching nearly to Jupiter's orbit. Its diameter spans roughly 700 to 900 times that of the Sun. Imagine it, a single star so immense that hundreds of millions of suns could fit within its cool, tenuous shell. And then we meet the reigning giant, Stephenson 2-18. Its radius is an astonishing 2,150 times that of the Sun. If the Sun were reduced to a grain of sand, Stephenson 2-18 would rise like a towering skyscraper covering an entire city. Light, able to circle Earth 7.5 times in a single second, would take 8.5 hours to travel once around this star's equator. Were Stephenson 2-18 to replace our Sun, it would swallow Saturn along with its magnificent rings, erasing them into its vast glowing presence, the symphony of smallness and greatness. As the night deepens, allow your mind to rest in one final place of quiet understanding. When we contemplate the scale that stretches from tiny red dwarf stars like EBLM J0555-57AB to colossal supergiants such as Stephenson 2-18, a gentle realization emerges. Both the Sun and the Earth are but modest notes within the vast symphony of the cosmos. And yet, it is precisely this sense of smallness that reveals itself as a miracle. Stars of excessive mass, like R-13601, live fast and burn fiercely, ending their lives in violent explosions after only a few million years, far too brief a span for life to take hold. Stars that are too small, such as many red dwarfs, erupt frequently with lethal X-rays, bathing their surroundings in invisible danger. Only stars of moderate size and steady temperament, stars like our Sun, are calm enough to nurture life within a faint, blue-specked grain of cosmic dust. Tonight, imagine the night sky as a soft carpet of black silk. Upon it, every star, from the quiet red ember to the blazing giant, stands watch in silence, gently guarding your most peaceful dreams. Close your eyes now, night travelers, and let me guide you away from the last echoes of a long day. Feel the warmth of this ancient fire, and allow the warmth of creation itself to cradle your soul. Picture yourself lying upon a small sailboat woven from moonlight, drifting slowly along a silver river with no banks. The water is not liquid, but pure stillness, an absolute calm. The space around you is not cold. It wraps you in a tender warmth, as though the universe itself were breathing alongside you, slow and eternal. Let your shoulders relax completely. Feel every muscle soften as your body sinks gently into the support beneath you. Gravity loosens its grip, and you begin to drift in the quiet ocean of stars. Take a deep breath, drawing the clarity of eternity into your lungs. Then exhale slowly, allowing the minor worries of the day to dissolve into the darkness. Tonight, we will not linger among familiar planets or faithful red dwarf stars. Together, we will leap into the deepest reaches of creation, where the true giants reside, where scale itself becomes meaningless. Welcome to the last giants and a perspective on smallness. Let your heartbeat fall into harmony with the slow, majestic rhythm of colossal suns, carrying you gently towards sleep, filled with a quiet pride in your place within the universe. The symphony of the end and the rise of the giants. There was a time in our journey when the Sun appeared as an unquestioned king, and to the human imagination, it truly was magnificent. Containing 99.86% of the total mass of the solar system, it left all planets, moons, and drifting dust as mere remnants, less than 0.14% combined. If Earth were reduced to a single grain of sand, the Sun would become a giant basketball, capable of holding 1.3 million Earths within its glowing sphere. Yet as we approach the final scales of stellar existence, even the Sun begins to shrink into insignificance, like a grain of dust in an endless desert. To create the largest stars, the universe does not simply add mass, it prepares them for their end. When a star like the Sun exhausts the hydrogen fuel in its core, the core contracts, growing hotter and denser, while the outer layers expand dramatically. Thus, red supergiants are born, monuments of grandeur formed in the final moments before disappearance. Consider the star Gay-Crux. Though only about 30% more massive than the Sun, it has expanded to 84 times the Sun's radius as it aged. Or consider our own Sun, which in roughly 5 billion years will follow the same path. It will swell into a red supergiant, expanding to 200 or even 250 times its current size, engulfing Mercury, Venus, and perhaps even our cherished Earth. On that distant scale, the cradle we rest upon tonight will exist only as a memory, dissolved into the fiery breath of our mother star. The monsters of Orion and beyond, breathe slowly now, steadily. Turn your gaze toward Orion, where a deep red glow pulses in the final struggle of a star nearing its end. Betelgeuse. This is a true giant, so immense that if it replaced our Sun, it would not only consume Earth, but extend beyond the orbit of Mars, brushing even against the distant path of Jupiter. Betelgeuse has a diameter roughly 700 to 900 times that of the Sun. Let that image settle gently into your dreams. A single star so vast that it could contain hundreds of millions of suns within its fragile, turbulent shell. Betelgeuse is never still. It slowly contracts and expands, pulsing like a living heart, shedding enormous clouds of gas into space day after day. Shining nearly 100,000 times brighter than our Sun, it is a colossal fire, poised on the edge of a supernova, an event that, when it comes, will light our night sky with the brilliance of a full moon. And yet, prepare yourself for a truth even more humbling. Despite its immensity, Betelgeuse is still only a child when compared to UY Scuti. For many years, UY Scuti was regarded as the uncrowned king of the stars. Located some 9,500 light-years away, it is so enormous that its radius measures between 1,700 and 1,900 times that of the Sun. If UY Scuti were placed at the center of our solar system, it would swallow Saturn entirely, along with its magnificent ring system. To grasp this scale, consider light itself, able to circle Earth 7.5 times in a single second. Around UY Scuti, that same light would require 9 full hours to complete one journey around its circumference. A jet flying endlessly along its equator would take 500 years to return to its starting point, longer than all of modern human history. Beside such a star, Earth is no longer a grain of sand. It disappears entirely, slipping beyond all meaningful comparison, too small to register on any human scale. The current king, Stephenson 218 and the Edge of Infinity. Your eyelids grow heavy now. Come with me to the furthest boundary of grandeur, where we encounter the present monarch of the Milky Way, Stephenson 2-18. This star lies some 20,000 light-years away, concealed behind dense clouds of cosmic dust in the constellation Scutum. The scale of Stephenson 218 defies intuition. With a radius 2,150 times that of the Sun, its volume is so vast that it could contain nearly 10 billion suns within its swollen form. If this star replaced our Sun, its outer layers would extend far beyond Saturn's orbit, leaving only Uranus and Neptune drifting alone in the frozen outskirts of space. Sunlight takes just over 5 hours to reach Pluto, yet light itself needs 8.5 hours merely to circle the equator of Stephenson 218. This is a star of astonishing contradiction, so immense, yet so diffuse, its average density scarcely greater than air at 90 kilometers above Earth's surface. It is a blazing apparition, a colossal structure of plasma swelling and collapsing in slow chaos, destined to end its life in a cataclysmic hypernova. And what of Earth before such a giant? In the famous pale blue dot image captured by Voyager 1 at the edge of our solar system, our world appears as a single, fragile pixel suspended in a beam of sunlight. Every kingdom, every conflict, every act of love and loss in human history unfolded on that tiny point. When placed beside a star capable of engulfing entire planetary systems, our physical insignificance is absolute. Perspective on great smallness, and a quiet greeting from the stars. The night is late now. Let your thoughts come to rest in one final place of calm. Confronted with these immense scales, we recognize our profound smallness. We live upon a solitary particle of stardust, circling an ordinary star within a galaxy that itself is but one among trillions. And yet, it is precisely this smallness that gives rise to a quiet, enduring pride. You are not separate from the universe, gazing in from afar. You are the universe, momentarily aware of itself, learning to see, to measure, to wonder. Physical insignificance becomes, in this light, a testament to the greatness of consciousness, that a tiny life form on an unseen planet can use mathematics to measure eternity, can build eyes like the James Webb Space Telescope to peer 13 billion years into the past. This is among the greatest miracles of creation. No matter how vast the universe may be, no matter how many billions of light years it stretches, or how many trillions of solar systems lie scattered through its darkness, tonight you are here, safe within the gentle shelter of an atmosphere, protected by your mother planet. The concerns of tomorrow and the regrets of yesterday dissolve into the deep stillness of space-time. You are not alone. You are held within the quiet breath of a magnificent cosmic web. Now, completely relax your body. Let your mind become as light as a cloud of planetary dust, drifting through the calmest reaches of space. Slip gently into sleep, guarded by the long history of creation and by ancient stars that continue to watch over your dreams. The universe is an endless carpet of black velvet. Its folds are your dreams. You need not cross it. Only allow yourself to sink softly into its infinite, welcoming calm. One final image to gently guide you into sleep. If Earth were the size of a sesame seed, the sun would appear as a watermelon resting 25 meters away, and Stephenson 218 would rise in the distance like a luminous skyscraper against the night. Yet whether we are the sesame seed or the towering giant, we are all drifting together on the same quiet river of time, moving steadily toward a shared stillness. Tonight, allow that river to carry you. As you lie back upon the soft grass and gaze into the depth of the night sky, you may sense that you are not merely observing distant points of light, but standing face to face with eternity itself. Every ray of light reaching your eyes is a message from the past, a story written by photons that have traveled for years, centuries, even billions of years to arrive here, bearing witness to events that unfolded long before humankind ever existed. There is a truth that is at once humbling and deeply reassuring. Our bodies are the inheritance of ancient stars. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, and the oxygen in every quiet breath were once forged in the fiery hearts of colossal stars, then scattered across the cosmos in magnificent supernova explosions. We are awakened stardust, fragments of the universe that have learned, after 13.8 billion years of drifting, to reflect upon themselves. In the small world we call home, we move through life guided by familiar distances. A kilometer takes only 10 minutes to walk. Our minds hold such measures like well-worn maps. Even Earth itself, with a circumference of roughly 40,000 kilometers, remains a number the imagination can embrace. A green island whose outline ancient ships might trace over a handful of years. Yet the moment we step beyond the atmosphere, the kilometer dissolves into something fragile, like a grain of sand in an endless desert. The moon, bright and comforting in the night sky, appears close enough to touch with a sufficiently long ladder. Yet it lies 384,400 kilometers away, far enough to line up 30 Earths across that silent gap. Even light, the swiftest traveler in the universe, requires 1.3 seconds to cross it. Our sense of scale truly unravels when we face the sun, the blazing heart of the solar system. With a diameter of about 1.4 million kilometers, the sun is 109 times larger than Earth and contains 99.86% of the total mass of everything that orbits it. If the sun were a vast glass vessel, it would take 1.3 million Earths to fill it. Every mountain, every ocean, and the entire span of human history together occupy less than 1/1,000,000th of its interior volume. The warmth you feel from sunlight began its journey 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. If the sun were to vanish this instant, we would still live beneath its fading glow for those final minutes before darkness arrived. In a simple model, if the sun were a basketball placed at the center of a stadium, Earth would be no more than a tiny grain of sand lying 23 meters away. And yet, immense as it is to us, the sun is merely a medium-sized yellow dwarf. Beyond it stretches an ocean of stars, most of them small and patient. Red dwarfs that account for 75 to 80% of all stars in the Milky Way. Our nearest stellar neighbor, Proxima Centauri, is one such star, only about 14% the sun's diameter, scarcely larger than Jupiter. These quiet embers burn so slowly that they may endure for trillions of years, far longer than the universe has existed so far. Still, the galaxy also hosts stars of striking brilliance. Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky, holds twice the sun's mass and glows with a bluish-white light, its surface reaching temperatures near 10,000 degrees Celsius. Beyond even that stands R136A1, the most massive star known, weighing 315 times more than the sun and shining with 9 million times its brightness. Yet the final expression of grandeur belongs to the red supergiants, stars in their last resplendent chapter before fading away. Betelgeuse, the crimson jewel of Orion, is so vast that if it replaced the sun, it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and stretch nearly to Jupiter's orbit. Even so, Betelgeuse is overshadowed by still greater giants such as UY Scuti and, above all, Stephenson 2-18. This immense star reigns as the largest known in the Milky Way, with a radius 2,150 times that of the Sun. Its volume is so vast it could hold 10 billion suns within it. Light itself, able to circle Earth 7.5 times in a single second, requires 8.5 hours to travel once around Stephenson 2-18's equator. If the sun were a grain of sand, this star would be a tower rising over an entire city. When we contemplate these immense numbers, we begin to see ourselves as almost indefinable, inhabitants of a solitary, faint blue dot suspended within a thin band of sunlit dust. And yet, it is precisely from this absolute smallness that human intellect shines with a brilliance unmatched by any physical form. Our bodies remain bound to an ordinary rocky world, but our minds are free to travel to the very edge of the visible universe. Through mathematics, we have learned to measure eternity. Through thought, we have built bridges across vast oceans of time. Fragile as we are, we have crafted eyes, such as Hubble and James Webb, capable of gazing 13 billion years into the past, witnessing the birth of the first galaxies when the universe itself was still young. We have sent Voyager 1, humanity's most enduring messenger, now drifting roughly a light day into interstellar space, carrying the voice, memory, and quiet hope of an entire species into the darkness. Human exploration is, at its heart, a long and patient epic of perseverance. We built the Parker Solar Probe to brush the sun's corona at speeds of 690,000 kilometers per hour, daring to approach a realm of searing heat in order to understand the nature of our parent star. We built the International Space Station, where human beings live and work in continuous freefall, gently extending the boundaries of life beyond its original cradle. We have journeyed from the ancient belief that Earth stood at the center of all creation to the humbling realization that we reside within a universe containing nearly 2 trillion galaxies. Each step forward in understanding reminds us that true value does not lie in physical size, but in the depth of awareness and the quiet, persistent desire to understand. The true greatness of humanity lies in this simple truth. We are the means by which the universe reflects upon itself. We are not merely observers. We are fleeting specks of dust that have learned to ask questions, brief sparks of life that dare to contemplate the eternal. Though the universe stretches across billions of light years, though colossal stars exist that could swallow entire planetary systems, the fact that we can stand here and comprehend even a fragment of its nature is itself a profound miracle. Human intellect is like a small yet steady lamp, piercing the darkness of ignorance and gently illuminating the fabric of space and time. When you face this overwhelming vastness, what arises is not despair, but a quiet and enduring pride. The universe has spent 13.8 billion years preparing for this moment, so that a tiny part of itself, you, here and breathing, can pause, feel its beauty, and then drift peacefully into sleep. Light from stars billions of years old still slips softly through the night, guarding our dreams and reminding us that we are not alone. We are threads within an eternal cosmic tapestry. The universe is like an endless carpet of black velvet, its folds made of our dreams and endeavors. We need not cross it. We need only rest within its softness and smile gently at eternity. Tonight, let the immensity of the stars calm your heart, dissolving the small concerns of human life into the vast stillness of space, where human thought continues its remarkable journey among the stars. And when you lie back on a quiet meadow, far from the glare of city lights, gazing into the calm night sky, you are not merely looking outward into space. You are stepping into a grand time machine. Each point of light is a coded message from the past, a story written by photons that have traveled for years, centuries, even billions of years to tell us what existed long before humankind took its first breath. Our journey begins with what feels most familiar, Earth itself, that solitary, faint blue dot suspended in a ribbon of sunlight. From a human perspective, this planet feels vast and enduring. You know the simple measure of a kilometer, a distance you can walk in 10 or 12 quiet minutes. Even Earth's circumference, about 40,000 kilometers, is a number the imagination can still hold, like a great green island one might circle in a few devoted years. Yet the instant we step beyond the atmosphere, the kilometer loses its meaning, becoming as delicate as a grain of sand in an endless desert. In that moment, we begin to sense just how profoundly large the universe truly is, and how remarkable it is that we can understand it at all. Our solar system, where the sun alone holds 99.86% of the total mass, is a vast and orderly kingdom, yet one filled with long stretches of haunting emptiness. Our closest companion, the Moon, drifts 384,400 kilometers away. That distance is so immense, you could line up 30 Earths across the silent gap between us. When the Apollo astronauts made that journey, it took 3 full days to cross a void that light itself passes through in just 1.3 seconds. The Sun, the blazing heart of this system, lies 150 million kilometers from Earth, one astronomical unit. The warmth you feel on your skin on a quiet morning is already a memory. It left the Sun's surface 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. If the Sun were to vanish at this very moment, we would continue living inside that illusion of light for 8 more minutes before true darkness arrived. Even here, within what we call our cradle, Earth is no more than a tiny grain of sand, sitting about 26 feet away from a basketball that represents the Sun. Yet even this scale fades when we step beyond the borders of the solar system into interstellar night. The nearest star, Proxima Centauri, is 4.24 light-years away. To grasp that distance, imagine shrinking the space between Earth and the Sun down to a single inch. In that model, Proxima Centauri would still be 4 miles, more than 6 kilometers, away. Voyager 1, humanity's most enduring envoy, has been traveling for nearly half a century at 17 kilometers per second and has covered only about 1 light day. To reach the distance of a single light year would take another 17,500 years. To reach Proxima Centauri would require more than 70,000 years, far longer than the entire span of recorded human civilization. At this scale, Earth does not merely grow small, it vanishes altogether. Pull back further still, and the Milky Way reveals itself as a colossal spiral, home to between 100 and 400 billion stars, stretching roughly 100,000 light-years from edge to edge. Every star visible to the naked eye on the clearest night occupies a region no larger than a small sausage on an enormous cosmic pizza. Our solar system resides in a quiet outer neighborhood, about 26,000 light-years from the galactic center, where a supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A star, rests with a mass 4 million times that of the Sun. And even this grand galaxy is not alone. The Milky Way is merely one member of the local group, a modest family of around 50 galaxies. Its largest companion, Andromeda, lies 2.5 million light-years away. Together, they form just a single branch of a far greater structure, the Laniakea supercluster, its name meaning endless paradise, a vast assembly of roughly 100,000 galaxies spread across 520 million light-years. Yet what truly humbles the mind is the scale of the visible universe itself. Because light travels at a finite speed, and the universe is 13.8 billion years old, we can observe only a portion of what exists. And still, because space itself has been expanding all this time, the observable universe now extends far beyond that age, reaching a radius of about 46.5 billion light-years, for a total diameter of roughly 93 billion light-years. Recent measurements suggest this figure may be closer to 94.2 billion light-years. Within this immense sphere reside approximately 2 trillion galaxies. If each star were represented by a single grain of sand, it would take several Olympic-sized swimming pools to hold only the stars we can see. The universe, however, is not still. It is expanding, and more astonishingly, that expansion is accelerating. Edwin Hubble first revealed that galaxies are moving away from us, their speed increasing with distance. But in 1998, 2 independent teams uncovered a deeper truth. The expansion is not slowing under gravity's pull, but speeding up, driven by an unknown force we call dark energy. Dark energy accounts for about 68% of the universe's total energy and matter. Dark matter, the invisible substance that holds galaxies together, adds another 27%. Everything familiar to us, from stars and planets to our own bodies, makes up less than 5% of what truly exists. And in that quiet realization, the night sky grows even deeper, even calmer, inviting us not to fear our smallness, but to rest within it. Over the course of its long search for understanding, humanity has achieved astonishing triumphs and encountered limits just as profound. We have built eyes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope, instruments so sensitive they could detect the warmth of a bee flying near Jupiter from millions of miles away. With them, we have witnessed galaxies forming only 290 million years after the Big Bang. We have captured the first images of black holes, M87 star and Sagittarius A star, silent giants bending space and time themselves. And yet, direct exploration remains a distant dream. Interstellar travel confronts us with two relentless adversaries, distance and a hostile environment. At just 20% of the speed of light, a dust grain no larger than sand could strike with the force of an explosion capable of destroying an entire spacecraft. Over a 4-year journey, cosmic radiation alone would dramatically increase the risk of fatal cancers. To shield a vessel large enough to carry human life would make it so massive that accelerating it becomes nearly impossible. There is also the quiet irony of the calculation of time. If we were to launch a slow generation ship today, it is entirely possible that centuries or millennia later, a faster technology developed on Earth would overtake it, arriving at the destination first, leaving the sacrifices of earlier travelers suspended in silence. Beyond these practical limits, the universe itself continues to challenge our deepest theories. One such mystery is the Hubble tension. Measurements of the universe's expansion in its early history, derived from the cosmic microwave background, give a value of 67.4 kilometers per second per megaparsec. Measurements taken from later epochs using supernovae yield 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec. This 6% discrepancy cannot be dismissed as error. It hints at physics still hidden from us. James Webb has also revealed skyscraper galaxies, massive, mature structures appearing far too early in cosmic history, like towering buildings rising in a city that should barely exist. And then there are megastructures such as the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, stretching an almost incomprehensible 10 billion light years. According to current models, gravity should not have had enough time since the Big Bang to assemble matter on such a scale. The universe's accelerating expansion introduces another quiet sadness about the future. Some galaxies are now receding from us faster than the speed of light, not because they are moving through space, but because space itself is expanding. Beyond a certain boundary, known as the cosmic event horizon, those galaxies will vanish forever from our view. Trillions of years from now, the night sky may become entirely black. Future inhabitants of the Milky Way could look outward and believe, mistakenly, that they are alone, an isolated island in an endless void. And here we are, on that faint blue dot, seemingly insignificant against 13.8 billion years of cosmic history. Yet this very insignificance reveals the quiet miracle of consciousness. We are awakened stardust. Every atom in your body was forged in the hearts of massive stars that lived and died long before Earth existed. We are the universe's way of looking back upon itself, of asking questions, of seeking meaning. Though bound by the speed of light and physical limits, the human mind has reached the edge of the visible universe, weighing black holes billions of light years away. The vastness of the cosmos is not meant to overwhelm us with despair, but to gently remind us of the value of the present moment. On a small rocky island, amid an immense network of galaxies and oceans of emptiness that make up 80% of the universe, your awareness is the brightest point of light. The worries of tomorrow and the sorrows of yesterday soften and fade within the profound stillness of the cosmic web. You are not alone. You are carried by a universe that has spent billions of years unfolding toward this moment, toward your presence. Let the immensity of the stars calm your thoughts, letting all anxieties dissolve into the quiet eternity of space. Good night, traveler of the night. The universe is smiling upon you. In the end, the cosmos is a grand symphony of infinity, where humanity, though small in form, remains extraordinary in mind, a thoughtful grain of dust daring to listen for the deepest truths of eternity. Good night, night travelers. May your soul rest peacefully within the boundless universe.